Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies for Nerds New Bully. Me host Leroy, aka Mr. Monday Morning, with my co-host.
Yeah, this is Eli, aka Snake Plissken's nephew.
So solid, Snake. There we go. All right, and we're back with another episode. Like I said, we're just gonna jump into it because actually a bunch of stuff that happened this week. Well, actually not really, but the good thing is nobody died that we know of. Nobody famous. Yeah. But if somebody you know of, our condolences. But yeah, let's move on to the next thing. So we're just gonna jump into it because we got a full show, so we're not gonna just lollygag around anything like that. We're just gonna just dive head first into it. No lube. So let's just go into it. So Eli, we're gonna do something we haven't done in a while. The box office numbers. Yeah. So yeah. So give it to me, Eli. What is the number one movie of the week?
Venom. That's right. Venom came out, right? Is it Venom?
Right. I was waiting for you to say a Disney movie, and I was gonna say, eh.
Yeah, I was like, what came out? Something came out. Because I went to the movies last night and it was packed. And I'm like, why the fuck is everybody here? Like, oh, that's right. Venom's here. Venom's here. No, I didn't go see Venom, but
here's the thing.
I did go to the movie.
You should have. Not because it's a good movie, because peer pressure. You're missing out, Eli. This is the movie that has everybody talking. Okay, so I'm gonna just tell you, Venom is the number one movie of the week. But here's the thing: it's actually the number one opening weekend of the year. It broke the record. So
really?
So
Shang-Chi.
Yeah, they beat Shang-Chi, beat Fast and the Furious, beat Black Widow, actually by a wide margin. Like it wasn't even close.
Damn.
Yeah, it did 90 million, so it almost grossed 100 million this year. No movie has grossed 100 million this year domestically in the first weekend, and Venom did 90. So yeah, so it blew away whatever Black Widow and everybody else did. I'm just go down the list, just talk about what else we got. We got here Addams Family 2. Didn't even know that was a thing.
The first one sucked. Yeah.
That's that cartoon, right?
The cartoon one, yeah.
Yeah, people were boycotting because it was supposed to be like the occult or something. I don't know.
Well, they should have boycotted because it sucked.
Let's say people boycott for everything except the reason they should boycott. Yeah. Like, just don't watch it because it's shit. Just don't watch that. We got Shang-Chi and Legend of Ten Rings still hanging in there. Still the highest grossing domestic movie of all time. But here's the thing, Eli, and I'm paying out for this second. Okay, so yes, so Shang-Chi is the highest grossing domestic movie of 2021. However, it's damn near like third from the bottom of MCU movies, if you're talking about worldwide. Now, here's the thing. Domestically wise, doing pretty good. But what hurts it, no China. I don't care what it is in China. And we're going to come back to China also because China is so pissed at this guy. They saying any movie he gets in the future, they won't show it. So if he's in Avengers 5 or whatever like that, they're not going to show Avengers 5 in China. So you people keep saying how important China is. That's how important China is. If China don't get behind these Marvel movies, they don't make money. Bottom line. Where were we? Oh, yeah. Your movie, The Many Saints of Newark. I kept saying New York. I keep saying the wrong thing for this movie. But The Many Saints of Newark is what it's called. Okay. So, like I said, the Sopranos prequel. And we'll talk about that because we actually both saw it. I don't know. Did you see it at the theaters or you saw it?
No, I saw it on HBO. I went and saw Malignant again last night with Anthony. Anthony hadn't seen it yet. And he wanted to go see it in the theater. I'm like, I'll go see it again. So,
okay.
Yeah.
What did he give you, like a different experience in the theater or anything like that? Or
there was a guy in front of me in the row in front of me who kept farting all night.
Well, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, wasn't trying to be discreet, just straight up.
Well, what you want to do? Turn around and say, excuse me? Because if he says excuse me, then he knows that you know that he knows. If you don't say anything,
or keep it in or something, like.
Hey, sometimes that popcorn is the best.
I've eaten buttered popcorn. Shit gives me gas too, but I don't like rip ass to the whole fucking movie. Louder than the fucking movie is, especially in a Malignant where there's all those silent.
But if you did, would you apologize? Would you say anything? I'm sorry. No, you're just gonna just let it rip. You're not gonna say anything. You may look at the guy next to you. You may look at Anthony. Anthony, why the hell are you farting so much?
Maybe one time, but this guy did it multiple times.
Well, did he look back at you
no?
Breathe it in. Breathe it in.
Didn't give a shit. It's good that I had my mask on, so I couldn't smell anything.
like Scarecrow and Batman. Breathe it in. Okay, we talk about this guy farting way too much. I don't know
just fucking stick with a fucking quacking duck ass the whole fucking movie.
Woman to make animal
Now I know why Gomer hates going to the fucking movie theater.
I'm pretty sure Gomer never had that experience in the movie theaters. But yeah, what are we talking about? But like I said, I guess the movie theaters are back. That's the thing, because people always make an excuse about, oh, COVID is hurting the movie business and COVID this, COVID that. Here's the thing. The football games are all sold out this year. Concerts are all sold out this year. Every sporting event sold out this year. Graduation sold out this year. But nobody wants to go to the movies. The math ain't mathing right there, Eli. Something isn't adding up. That's all I'm saying.
Because they're streaming shit.
Because they are, but the movies that aren't streaming, people still aren't seeing, other than Venom. Why?
Yeah.
Let's.
Yeah, you had to go see Venom. Yeah.
You don't have to, but yeah. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay.
Well, you can. I didn't see it, so you can.
I feel like, okay, Eli, did you see the first movie?
I saw the first movie, yes.
Then you saw this.
Well, I saw the trailer of this, and I'm like, no, it's okay. I don't need to see the. Yeah.
Eli,
I thought it looked like
so
crap.
much worse. It's so much worse. Whatever you thought, lower the bar more.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna just give a quick review about this movie. Like I said, I went and saw Venom. It is not a good movie, but keep in mind, I didn't like the first movie either. I thought the first movie sucked. This was more or less the same as what it was before. They even repeat the same beats as they did in the first movie. Venom and Eddie Brock have some kind of, odd couple relationship. They bring that back. They still don't like each other. He's still trying to get back with his girlfriend, even though she's getting married. The same shit you saw last movie. They still, Eddie Brock is still acting weird, even though he's supposed to be this big time whatever, So yeah, that thing's going to, and that's actually the majority of the movie. Even though the movie's called Let There Be Carnage, the most of the movie is just this odd couple bullshit with Eddie Brock and Venom. That's the movie. They break up, they get into arguments, they make up. It's like, this is not the movie I wanted to see. I wanted to see Venom and Carnage. That's what I came to see, but that's not what they give you. They give you this bullshit. But now talking about,
they give you a character study.
I don't want a character study in this one. And that's the thing about it. The movie, the first movie had at least it got a few cool action scenes and stuff like that. There are so few action scenes that they don't give you anything. Pretty much just the third act, the only reason you even watch this movie. Like when actually Venom and Carnage actually start fighting. That's when the only part you find to wake up like, oh, let me watch this. But it's over so quick because it's the third act. And the movie is only 90 minutes. It breezes by. You blink, you're like, oh, the movie's already over with?
Well, that's good that it's not that long.
That is good. That is good. That's one of the plus of the movie, that this shit is over with. You in and you're out.
It could have been the Snyder's cut.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, please don't let this movie be long. But it wasn't long. It was like 90 minutes. Like that was saying when I looked up and Venom and Carnage was shooting, I'm like, damn, that was quick. Because the thing is, they have no story. There's nothing here. So they have to pad it out as much as possible what is here. What else we got here? Now, going back to Carnage, going back to Cletus Cassidy, played by Woody Harrelson. Now, the thing about Woody Harrelson is that he seems like an odd choice at first until he teams up with his girlfriend, Shriek. Now, Shriek is from the comics, played by Naomi Harris in the comics. But like I said, she was not really his girlfriend in the comics. They would just, hey, you like to kill people? I like to kill people. Let's go kill people. That's kind of the thing, But in this one, they actually this his long lost girlfriend. They get married and stuff, and they try to get married, But when they get together and they go on their slight 5-minute killing sprees like that, it reminded me of something. And then I realized why.
A better movie?
Yes, a better movie than that. But it reminded me of a very specific movie why Woody Harrelson was cast in this movie. Natural Born Killer. Eli, the movie turns into Natural Born Killers for like about 10 to 15 minutes. Or at least like a weird
Woody Harrelson kind
of remake.
Oh, Woody Harrelson teamed up?
Yeah, because he had a girlfriend in the movie. He broke his girlfriend out of jail and he went on a killing spree in the movie. And I was like, oh shit, this is Natural Born Killers. So that's the thing. So the movie sucks, but Woody Harrelson is the best thing of this bad movie. He's not great. I'm just saying the best thing of a bad movie. What else we got? That's the thing. Oh, and I got to show you this, Eli. I got to show you this. One of the reasons you didn't see the movie because of this. This is real. This is not a meme. This is not something somebody made up. It is a scene in the movie, Venom goes to a rave and parties. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, Eli, I go to see a Venom movie to see this, but instead they give you this. Like, what the hell, man? I don't want to see this shit. I want to see an actual Venom movie. But then I realized what's going on. I started realizing that going back to China promotes these movies as comedies. Like, they got Venom, Chibi Doll, stuff like that. Because that horror stuff like that horror stuff doesn't play in China. So the first movie was a comedy. They played up the comedy even more in this movie. They doubled down on it. I'm like, this is not the movie I signed up for, but that's the movie I got. No, because Tom Hardy is not funny. That's the thing. He keeps trying to be funny, but he's not funny. Great actor, not funny. And that's the thing they kept trying to shove down our throats. So I was like, no. But here's the thing, Eli. Just like every other Marvel movie, the only thing people are going to talk about in this movie is the after credit scene, which actually pissed me off. Because I'm like, don't do that. I'm not even going to spoil what it is, because a week from now, it's going to be all over the internet anyway. You won't be able to avoid it when it finally hits. But I was like, did I sit through this shit movie just for that? No, fuck this movie. And then they kept throwing in like random ass character. Like, remember that character Toxin or Anti-Venom, whatever the fuck his name is? So his real civilian identity is in this movie. I didn't realize that shit like the very end. I'm like, why this dude keeps popping up? Like, he's all through the movie. Doesn't do anything, but he's just there. So it's like I said, it's a shit movie, man. The only enjoyable part I had of it was the Natural Born Killers, nod that he gave, like, man, and the end fight scene was entertaining. It was entertaining. That's about it. Other than that,
no blood, another bloodless.
Oh, I was almost done, Eli. I was almost done, and you pulled me back in. It was a PG-13. This is a movie about Carnage. Let's show you what Carnage is again. Carnage is the most vicious, sadistic bad guy that Marvel has. And he is in a PG-13 movie where there is bloodless decapitation and nothing but bloodless off-screen deaths. That's the time. So whenever he does do anything like menacing, it's not menacing because he's not killing anybody. I mean, he's killing people, but you don't see him kill anybody.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was my problem with the first one. I mean, I could tell they were going for like camp and cheesiness, but they just, they didn't push it. They should have pushed the violence, the gore. They should have made it like Deadpool or like Suicide Squad. You know what I mean?
Right.
Give us that shit.
Now I'd almost forgive the first movie because that movie was, Deadpool was out then, but Suicide Squad and Joker and all those movies like that hadn't really hit yet. But the second movie, there's no excuse for that. But
yeah.
You know what they're doing. They're trying to get the China money. Because if you make it R-rated, China's not going to show it. If you make it scary, China's not going to show it. Guess what? China's not going to show it anyway.
Yeah. It's like watching a trauma movie without all the fucked up shit. Like, what's the point?
That's exactly what it was. It reminded me of a sanitized Saturday morning cartoon of a trauma movie. That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
So, Eli, you did right. You did right. I watched the movie so you didn't have to.
You're fighting a good fight.
I'm fighting a good fight. I'm trying to spread the word. Stop watching movies. And that's the thing. The first movie sucked, made almost $1 billion. The second movie sucks, almost made $100 million in the first weekend. Stop watching these movies, man. Yes, I'm doing this shit because I want to talk about it on the fucking podcast so I can get hits. Y'all don't have podcasts.
This is why Jake Paul, we know who Jake Paul is. This is why we know the Catch Me Outside dumbass. Yeah. This is why you make fucking dumb shit popular. Stupid fuckers.
See, Eli, here's the thing. I gotta talk about your boy, Martin Scorsese. I gotta talk about it. Because here's the thing. I don't agree with the stuff he says. I think he says a little bit, he goes a little bit out there. I completely disagree with him. However, when movies like this come out, it makes me go, Scorsese was right. I mean, how can you argue with them when shit like this is out there? That's the thing. Now, not every comic book movie is Venom, but movies like Venom exist. So, what can you say? What can you say to him? So, that's all I got to say about this shit movie. Yeah.
Okay.
Score. 2 middle fingers up. Yeah, that's my score.
Just a straight up pile of dog shite.
Yeah, it was honestly real 2.5 out of 5. I only reason get 2.5 out of 5 because the end last fight scene was entertaining. I'll give it that. It was entertaining. So, like I said, Andy Serkis did it. So, Mocap Monster versus Mocap Monster, he can do that shit in his sleep. So, yeah. Everything else about the movie sucked. Moving on. Now let's talk about what if. Okay, so now we haven't been talking about what if on here because most of the shows, like I said, they don't matter. They don't matter. But
and I haven't been watching them.
And you haven't been watching. Like I've been watching them, but you haven't missed anything, Eli. Like, what if this person did this? What you haven't missing anything. Except for this episode. This episode might be some stuff where they move the needle. Might be some stuff where actually some stuff happened. This is about what happens if Ultron, won. And the thing is, he wins. And since I was just going to talk about it, since you haven't seen, I'm just showing you a clip. So after he went,
he was trying to blow up the Earth. What was he trying to do?
Taking over world, stuff like that. But here's the thing. So Thanos shows up after Ultron wins, right? And that's what Ultron does. So people are pissed off about that. I don't care. Fuck it. Have fun with it. Yeah, it's fun. That's the fight. That's the fight. So what he does after he kills Thanos, he takes the Infinity Gauntlets and just wrecks havoc all over the universe. Just like I wish I could just the screen. I think you should screen. He in the back screen, Eli, he's eating a galaxy. Because Captain Marvel was fighting him. He's like, look, fuck this shit. I'm eating this shit. So he just eats the galaxy she's in and just kills her. But the thing is, after the fight, he walks out of the multiverse. I mean, he walks out of the universe, finds the Watcher, and they fight. So like half a fight is like Ultron versus Watcher. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. And then like go through multiverse and multiverse shit like that. Like they go to one with Captain America's president and shit. And I'm like, okay, this shit is awesome. And Watcher gets his ass kicked. So Ultron is just like fucking up shit all over the multiverse. So Watcher has to recruit all the other people from the previous shows in the episodes of this one to fight crazy ass Infinity Gauntlet Ultron. That's gonna be the season finale of this show. So I'm like, okay, now you're moving the needle. Now you're doing something, Trying to think what else happens in this one. I have one nitpick, Eli. It's something that's been bothering me the whole time with this show. Now, I know this is what if. I know anything that happens in these shows don't matter. But there's one thing that bothered the hell out of me. Ultron hopping from universe to universe with Infinity Gauntlet. That's not supposed to happen. There is one rule that Marvel has. The rule that Marvel has is that if you leave your universe with the Infinity Gauntlet or the Infinity Stones, they don't work. They said it in the comics. They said it in Loki. But here they just like, fuck it. I don't care about the rules. I know people thinking I'm taking the shit too serious, but like I said, that is the one rule that Marvel has to abide by, and they just said screw it. So hopefully give us an answer in the next episode why they did what they did, but whatever. So awesome episode. I'm interested for the season finale and see where they go with this one. So moving on past the Eli, you want to talk about not Malignant, but I guess the movie that we both saw.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, we talk about it. We did watch a mob movie this weekend. Now, I say mob movie. Some of you saying the prequel to the greatest show ever made. The Sopranos.
It's a good show. I don't know if it's the greatest show ever made, but it's good.
I mean, but I think at the time people were saying it's the greatest show ever made. But then after that, then you start getting Game of Thrones, you start getting The Wire, and you start getting whatever Breaking Bad and all this other stuff like
Community.
Yeah. So it started going down from there. It started dropping down people's lists. But at the time, in the late '90s, people was like, "Oh, Sopranos are just the greatest things to slice bread." So they finally made a movie, a prequel to what's going on in Sopranos. It's supposed to be the greatest thing ever made. Eli, like I said, so you're a Sopranos fan, am I right?
I did watch. Yeah, I didn't like the last couple seasons.
It's HBO, of course.
It kind of wore out its welcome after a while. But yeah, I did watch some Sopranos in its heyday. Yeah, I did get into it. Yeah.
Okay. So, but what'd you think about the movie?
It's barely about the TV show. It's basically, now that I think about it, hold on. Now that I'm actually thinking about this, it's almost like an episode, like an extra episode. Now that I think about it, okay. And in that case, maybe it works better because there's hardly anything with Tony. There's hardly anything with any of those characters from the show. They're barely in it. It's more about Christopher's dad, Dickie. Now, Christopher was a character on the show. Christopher Moltisanti. He was one of the major characters on the show. He was related to Tony and I think his wife. Was he related to Carmella? He might have been related to Carmella. I'm geeking out on the show, sorry. But anyways, Christopher Moltisanti was a major character on the show. Spoilers, Tony kills him, which I thought was really stupid. I thought when that happened, I thought that's just dumb. You know, I thought they were really trying really hard. They were just desperate towards the end. Okay, we'll just have Tony kill his nephew all of a sudden.
Get people talking. And
yeah, I was like, this is dumb. And I was like, why? It was so patchy. Well, really murky towards the end. But he's narrating it. He narrates this movie. And it's about his dad. Now, his dad is always mentioned on the show, but we never saw him. So this movie, we get to see his dad. And it's basically about how he inspires Tony, I guess. But Tony's barely in it. That's the thing, is people... I think that's why fans are kind of indifferent about this, because I think they wanted to see more of young Tony and young Paulie and Silvio and, you know, all the characters, but they're hardly in it. It's more about Dickie Moltisanti and the shit he goes through and all the fucked up shit he does and how he sort of plants those seeds of thuggery and, you know, evil, you know, in Tony and what, you know, and that's the thing. Sopranos was a show. Yeah, it was about a mobster. It was about a mob, but also it dealt into the character and the motivations. He was going to therapy. That was a big pivotal part of the show. He was in therapy. So it was like a longer version of Analyze This.
Analyze This and Analyze That.
Yeah.
The sequel. Yeah.
So, and it really went into the psychology, why he is the way he is, how his relationships affected his, you know, how it all affected his relationships and how he was trying to balance the criminal life, you know, doing these evil, despicable things while being a family man, being a father, being a husband. So, you know, like I was saying, it's basically about, the show is about evil men trying to convince themselves that they're not evil.
But isn't that what the movie did also?
And that's what this was. We saw that. Yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, Dickie was seeing his uncle in prison, who was kind of acting like his therapist. Now that I'm thinking about it,
right?
You know, and he's basically trying to do it. He's trying to be a good guy and a family man, but he does all this fucked up shit. He's a mobster. He kills his dad and starts fucking his wife. He kills that chick. He just does all this fucked up shit
while cheating on his own wife. You know,
while cheating on his own wife, he's just doing all this fucked up shit. And you know,
but he's trying to do right by Tony.
He's trying to.
Yeah, he's
but
trying.
In the end, but it fails because in the end, he was the only father, and I think that's where the big, I guess the big reference to the show was how Tony longed for that father figure, longed for that family relationship because he didn't get it in the show, and that's why he was in therapy, because he was having these panic attacks and he was longing for some, you know, mother nurturing, because his mom was a bitch on the show. I mean, she tried to
and on the movie also.
So. Yeah. She tried to set him to have him killed on the show. His uncle, who put the hit out on Dickie in the movie, spoilers, tried to have Tony killed. You know, his dad, who he idolized, you know, was an asshole. And he realized that on the show. In fact, in the movie, we're seeing that where he got busted at the amusement park. That's actually in the show, where Tony was a little kid and his dad was always taking his daughter somewhere, and he never knew where he was taking her. So he decided to follow them, and it turns out his dad was taking his daughter to the amusement park. But there was some secret, grimy meeting that he went to at the amusement park. It was like a front, and then he got busted for it. So he was using his kid to sort of diverge the cops from his criminal deal. So he's basically had his daughter involved, you know, trying to cover up his criminal shit. So, and that's the thing. He kind of realizes that all these blood relatives were actually assholes, and he shouldn't have been looking up to him. And he was always longing for that, you know, those connections and those relationships. So we see that with Dickie, he looked up to Dickie, and then in the end, Dickie sort of shunned him, you know, because the uncle told him to, because he's gonna end up like you, and he did.
Right. His uncle told him to leave his nephew alone. Yeah.
So it's all very Shakespearean tragedy when you think about it. You know.
All right. That's my thing.
I didn't think I liked it. Did I like it?
I mean, that's the thing about it. That's the thing, because people have an expectation of what they expect the show to be. They have expectations. And the show didn't give you, I mean, the movie didn't give you that. It didn't give you Tony's life story. You know, he was a side character in this one, you know. And that's the thing, like I said, you're the Sopranos expert. I've never seen a Sopranos show episode a day in my life. I went in, watched this, and I enjoyed it. Like I said, I haven't seen a mob movie in a while. It scratched that mob movie itch for me. I like some of the subplots they had going on, especially with Harold. You know, like I said, Harold was going.
Yeah, that was interesting. You know, that was probably the best part of. That
I wish they would have explored that more, but like I said, they have so much other stuff going on, they really couldn't deal with it. But at the same time, they also, like, I think that riot that happened in New Jersey right at the time, I think that was real when it happened. That
was real. Yeah.
And it was kind of given like a parallel between how they were trying to draft for Vietnam. Meanwhile, New Jersey at the time, like a war zone. Like you're fighting two wars at the same time. I was like, I see what you're doing, movie. I see what you're doing. Oh, just the fact that the character of Harold exists, I think he is a parallel to Frank Lucas. And they actually like dropped it in it because Frank Lucas is in the movie.
Yeah, they dropped him in there. He was a character in there. Yeah.
And Frank Lucas basically telling him, like, you're just like me. The same stuff you're going through where you're dealing with the mob, I'm dealing with the mob, which he was at the time also. So he was like a stand-in for Frank Lucas, even though he wasn't real, stuff like that. Going back to the family, like I said, never seen The Sopranos before, but like I said, Dickie was an asshole. Didn't know he was an asshole, thought he was doing right. But I did like how at the end of the movie, everything was weighing on him. What he did to his father, what he did to his side chick, what he's doing to Tony. You know, just the fact that he feel like he's leading him down the wrong path. And even the fact that the uncle knew what he was doing, didn't say what he was doing. All he said was like, what do I know? I'm just a murderer. So he knows what he did, you know, but he was like, I'm gonna let you just talk to me, stuff like that. So like I said, I like the movie. I didn't love it. I'm pretty sure there was a whole bunch of Easter eggs that flew over my head. I already knew that the baby was the one narrating. I already knew that because the movie, because the movie pretty much stopped when the baby showed up. I'm like, that baby is important, you know, and they pretty much said it like every time the baby came around, Tony and started crying.
Crying and shit.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, the baby is somebody. Okay. Big Willie Will, what up?
What up?
Yeah, so like I said, I like the movie. It wasn't the best movie in the world because I feel like it's just like you say how the movie felt like a TV show, a TV episode. The movie just stopped. It didn't really have an ending. It just stopped.
Yeah, because I think that's what it was. It was more showcasing Dickie's character. And that's what it was like a long lost episode of The Sopranos where we get to see the life and times of Dickie Moltisanti, you know, Christopher's father. And that's about it. I mean, that's when the movie was over, I was like, that's it. So now that now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I think that I know what they were trying to do. This was just a lost episode. If you think about it like that, then it kind of works. But if you're looking for like this deep, rich Sopranos lore, you know, and those characters, there's not a lot of that in there, you know.
I honestly disagree. Well, I can't disagree with you. I've never seen the show, but I think the movie plot wise has some meat on it. It was something it was trying to say.
I mean, there was a definite character arc for Dickie and what he did, and that was fine. I'm talking about like, you know, the only thing Sylvia we could see he had a wig. He was wearing a wig the whole time, which I thought was kind of funny. You know, you know, Paulie, you know, and you know, Paulie Walnuts and Big Pussy. We saw all that shit, but they didn't do much. You know, that's what I'm saying.
But see, that's what I'm getting back to. Y'all are getting upset because of what you expect to see from the show. How many Easter eggs you can see? You know what you sound like, Eli? You sound like a Marvel fan.
Yeah, well, that's what we were expecting. Young versions of the character, the movie to be a focus on the younger versions of these characters. Now they were just sort of sidelined. They were there and they did some, oh, look at that, they're doing that, but it wasn't the focus. I think that's what everyone's talking about. We wish it was about how all the shit Tony was doing. We wanted to see Tony running those bets at school and you know beating up the ice cream man and doing all the grimy shit that he did that led him to the mob. But it wasn't really about that. It was more about Dickie was the main character. I think that's what people threw people off. They wanted to see Soprano. They got Moltisanti.
You just wanted the TV show. That's what you just want a TV show on the big screen.
Basically, yeah.
But they didn't give you that. Matter of fact, I don't even think they even sold you that, saying it was going to be it. But that's what you got. Like I said, for what it was, I liked it. like I said, I don't know any. The only character I even know is Tony Soprano. I just know he is the head guy. I did think, from what I do remember of his acting, I think the son nailed it because that was actually his real life son.
Yeah.
You know, I like, damn.
And what's her face nailed Livia? What's her name? I forget her name. Vera something. Who played his mom? She actually nailed his mom. His little.
She's a great actor. She's in everything.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and I thought Dickie was great. I thought he was I was into his character. I was into that shit. I just like was expecting more. Like I was like, oh, that's it. Yeah, this should have been a series. But now that I think about it, I think it works as a long last episode of The Sopranos. This works, and I think
honestly, I think y'all keep saying that it felt like it should have been a series. I think this felt like a pilot. I think this might have been a pilot. Like they might be either setting up either another TV show or another sequel because there's too many plot threads just left open. And I don't think they touched those in the TV show. Like I said, I've seen the TV show, but it's way too much gap from now to the TV show to just leave all those questions unanswered. Like, is Harold in the show at all? Does he have anything to do with the show?
No.
Exactly. So I'm thinking they have to settle the score with that some kind of way. Even because especially he was barely in the movie. Like I said, we can have more Tony in the movie. His sister, stuff like that. They can do more stuff with these actors that they have in there right now. So they might even be setting up a sequel or another TV show. I think they might even be. This might even be a pitch or a pilot for that. That's what I'm thinking.
We'll see. But then there'll be no more Dickie.
I mean, y'all didn't like him anyway, so
I thought he did great. I thought he was like.
I thought Dickie was awesome. I thought, when
Dickie killed his dad, that was totally Soprano shit. Like the Scorsese influenced mob violence that's just sort of very shocking, comes from out of nowhere, and very matter of fact. Yeah, that's the nature of the show. It's very cold and numb. And shit just happens, violence just happens, and then you cut away to it because it's like, that's just how it is. That's just how,
because he's got rage issues for one reason.
Yeah. And when he killed his dad, I was like, holy shit. And then, and then of course Tony's like, he's trying to hide the body, and Tony's coming up the driveway. So there's those elements of dark comedy that don't go very, very well these days, I don't think.
Right. You can get away with it back then. A lot of racial slurs, going both ways. It wasn't just, then like they got called racial slurs a bunch of times. So you can't get mad at one group when they get called at the same time.
Harold
was letting them have it, like to their face. Like in a room.
In their fucking spot too.
I was like in their restaurant. I was like, whoa, calm the fuck down, man. You know who you are.
Yeah. It was giving me those the Irishman vibes when when Jimmy kept talking shit and De Niro's like, dude, what are you doing? What are you crazy? You fucking
like
nuts?
This dude got the biggest balls in the world to say this shit like this.
You're gonna get us both killed, motherfucker. Shut up.
Right.
So there were some moments that I was laughing, and this is just like the show. But it was just now, but like I said, now that I'm thinking about it, rethinking it, I'm like, it might work a lot better.
Do me a favor, watch the movie again. That's all I gotta say. Just watch the movie again with a clean slate. Don't get mad because episode 1 and season 2 didn't. No, don't go Marvel on me. Just watch it. All right. So I think Eli, you actually do have something to talk about in this episode. I mean, with this podcast. So what do we have here? If you don't want to touch this, we'll move on.
Is this the scary shit?
Nah. Well, let's just jump to scary shit.
Actually, I thought we were going to talk about
let's go scary shit. Go to scary shit. Let's just go to
it. Because I don't know what you were talking about.
It doesn't matter. Let's just move on past it.
Okay. So it's Halloween season, y'all. It's October. It's officially Halloween season. For some of us, it's all year round. That's how I do it, But no, I figure, get into the Halloween spirit, the spooky season. Here's an article I found. There was a scientific study to find out which are the scariest movies of all time. And it was actually sort of run by Scott Derrickson, who you Marvel fans might know. He directed the Doctor Strange movie. But he also directed Sinister and some other shit. So he came from horror. Marvel gave him Doctor Strange, and then they took it away.
And then they fired him because he tried to make it a horror movie.
Because he was trying to make a horror movie, and they're like, "No, man, this is superhero shit." So, so
we don't do that here.
Yeah, so he sort of spearheaded this this research, the science of scare, it's called, where they did a scientific study that tracked heart. They like had a bunch of people watch all these flicks. They tracked like heart rates, you know, their anxiety levels and stuff like that. That which movies were most effective in inciting fear, and they came up with a list of 30 films that are now considered to be the scariest movies of all time. So I got a list. So you let me know if you've seen any of these.
Okay.
You know. Right off the bat, Insidious.
Nope.
James Wan.
Nope.
I thought it was y'all know I'm not into ghost shit, so I thought Insidious is just my kid likes that shit. The Conjuring, of course, another James Wan.
Haven't seen that either.
And again, I thought it was all right. I'm not into ghost shit.
So those movies are that scary? They're like
these are what these incite fear and anxiety, and make your heart rate go up and stuff.
I mean, Eli, remember who you're talking to? I got triggered by Pee-wee's Big Adventure. And you talking about this shit supposed to like, fuck that. Nope.
So Hereditary.
Nope, haven't seen it either.
I've seen that. It had a moment that kind of got me, but I didn't like the movie as a whole. Again, it deals with the supernatural seances and shit. But there was a scene, I will say, spoilers, the naked prison raper in the closet scared the shit out of me.
The fuck? Okay.
Yeah, there's a naked guy in the closet. That like, I go, what the fuck? That was a very shocking moment that I will admit. Yeah, okay, you got me, movie. I wasn't expecting, a big schlong dude hiding in the closet with a sinister smile on his face.
Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure people ran the fuck out the theater when they
saw
that shit.
If that happened in my house, somebody's bleeding. One of us is gonna bleed.
Your asshole. I don't know.
Yeah, you're gonna have to work for it. Terrified. Is that the one with the clown? No, that's Terrifier. There's a movie called Terrified. It's called Terrified. I don't think. No, I'm thinking of Terrifier, about the clown, the slasher clown, which is awesome. But okay. I don't think I've seen Terrified. It Follows. Another one of them ghost stories. Shit. Have you seen It Follows?
Nope, I haven't seen it either.
Okay. A Quiet Place Part 2.
I ain't seen either one of them, 1 or 2.
Oh, they're all right. So they're okay.
Why? How did 2 make the list and 1 didn't make the list?
I guess maybe because it has more action. Maybe, I don't know. It's all right. I don't know. They're okay. They're PG-13. So, they could push the gore and shit, but they're okay. They're not bad. For creature features, they're pretty cool. Paranormal Activity.
Haven't seen it either.
I hated that shit.
How they made like 5 of those, didn't they? Or something?
A lot of them, yeah. And I've seen some of them. I don't know why. When I don't like any of them, but I've seen multiple.
Because the thing is, what they hear is that they make them for like a Subway coupon or some shit like that. $10 budget.
Well, yeah, it's found footage. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they just make like a shitload of money. Somebody just keep cranking them out. So
yeah, ooh, this is so scary. Watching people sleep for fucking 90 minutes. Yeah, fuck that shit. The Conjuring 2. James Wan again. Again, not my thing, but people dig that shit. The Babadook. The Babadook is interesting. I enjoyed it for what it was. It could have pushed things. Again, I'm not a fan of the supernatural ghost story shit, but I thought this was okay. This was all right. I do back the Babadook. I will back the Babadook. Did you see the Babadook, Leroy?
I've never even heard of it.
Okay.
I was saying, something I haven't even heard of. You're just like, scariest movie ever. I'm like, okay.
It's not bad. I would check out the Babadook,
Okay.
With all then you're going to have to sleep with the lights on after.
Oh, shit. Okay.
The Descent. Have you seen The Descent?
Haven't seen it either.
Oh.
Is that the cave movie?
Yeah, where the chicks go into the cave. Not bad.
I might have seen that. I think I might have seen that.
It's okay. It's not bad. Not my favorite, but I enjoyed it for the most part. Hush. Is that the movie about the deaf chick? Because that is pretty cool. Hush. Yeah, she's deaf, and then there's a stalker, a slasher kind of stalking her house, and she can't hear. That's pretty cool. That was on Netflix. If you ever see Hush, check it out on Netflix.
Okay.
A Quiet Place Part 1. So
okay, so it is on there. Okay.
Yeah. Again, not bad. The Ring.
Oh, The Ring fucked me up. The Ring fucked me up. It did. Because when I was watching it, me and my brother was watching it, and then the phone rang, and we ran out the room. We didn't know who the fuck.
The Ring fucked up a lot of people. My sister, I guess, had to call in for work the next day because she was up all night, freaked out after seeing that movie.
yeah. The Ring. Yeah, it got me. The Ring deserved to be on there. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was all right.
Oh, of course.
Okay, here we go. A Nightmare on Elm Street, OG, 1984.
The first one? Yes. The
one.
first one was scary. The other ones turned into some comedy shit, Dream Warrior, stuff like that. That first one was legit scary. Yeah.
It was. I will agree. The very first OG Nightmare on Elm Street actually scared me, and I had a hard time sleeping that night. So
I did we agree on that one. Yeah.
Yes, Freddy Krueger got me first time around. I will admit that. Texas Chainsaw OG.
Don't think I saw that one.
Yeah.
Didn't see the OG one. I saw the remake, but not the OG.
Yeah. So the Texas Chainsaw is really interesting. It had this reputation of being like the scariest movie of all time. And then when I watched it, when I was a kid, because I was renting I was, kids of the 80s, renting movies off the VHS stores and going through all these horror movies. I got the Texas Chainsaw. I didn't think it was that bad at the time. It wasn't until I watched it on acid where I realized how fucked up that movie is.
I mean, probably anything scary on acid.
Oh, but this was like, this really got me. So
this is the really good acid.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, there's really good acid, but I really got into what everybody was talking about. So, and now, as for horror and horror filmmaking, Texas Chainsaw is very effective, and just the cinematic aesthetics of how movies are made and what Texas Chainsaw does to incite fear and tension and suspense and terror. Texas Chainsaw is basically
it's like the blueprint for
a
horror.
clinic for horror. Yeah. So yeah, I will back Texas Chainsaw being on there. It, the very first It movie, 2017, the newer one.
I haven't seen either one of them.
Oh, I like them.
I ain't even seen the TV,
the old one,
80s version. I ain't even seen that one.
Everyone loves that shit, but you know what? It wasn't that good. I watched it back then. It was just all right. I read the books. It was
right, because people were saying that was the scariest thing ever. So.
Yeah. Oh, the new Pennywise will have nothing on Tim Curry. Fuck off. He was all right at best. No, but the first the chapter 1 was cool. Chapter 2, not so much. But I did jump. It 2017 made me jump. The fucking garage scene. It made me jump. That doesn't happen. It's very rare where I get a jump scare, because I'm just that jaded. But It made me jump, so I got to give it its props. Okay, the new Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, which I have not seen.
Didn't see that either.
Yeah, that's on here. The Exorcist.
Yes.
The Exorcist.
How is that not number one? That needs to be number one.
People will argue that that
needs to be number one. Yes, that's scariest movie of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah, cool flick. Again, when I saw it at the time, when I was a kid, I kind of laughed at it, but when I saw it as an adult, I realized how fucked up the movie is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good movie. It is a great movie. It deserves its props. Wreck. Have you seen Wreck?
Never heard of it.
It's a zombie flick, found footage. Really cool. They remade it as Quarantine, I believe it was called. Quarantine. It was like a found footage where they're in the apartment.
Okay. Wait. What was the name of that movie again?
Quarantine?
No. The other one you just said.
Wreck.
Wreck. Okay, so Wreck is the original version of Quarantine, is the Americanized version of that.
Yeah, Wreck is like from Spain.
I saw Quarantine.
Yeah, where they're in the building. I think the firemen are they're stuck in that building and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
Okay.
That's Wreck.
The end. I didn't see the original, but I saw Quarantine. The ending got me. So
yeah, the ending in the original. The actor that they got to play that mutant guy, he's actually got that. He's got like a disability where he has like no skin and bone. He's just all skin and bones. So he actually really looks like that in real life. The actor they got to play that creepy monster up in the attic and shit.
Well, damn.
28 Days Later.
Never saw that.
Oh, classic. I loved it. It's cool. I don't think I got scared of it, but I loved it. I thought it was dope. And it brought back it basically ushered in the new wave, the zombie renaissance of the early 2000s, what led to Walking Dead and all that shit. So yeah, 28 Days Later is cool. Candyman, the new Candyman.
The new one's on there?
The new one's on here.
Wow.
It's cool. I just wish it had more. I just wish they pushed the horror. I wish, I gave a review of the new Candyman. I dug on it. I just wished there was more kill scenes. I wished I liked it more than I did. The Grudge. My kid loved those movies when he was like little. I had to watch those movies all the time, and I thought they were kind of boring, but he loved them. I like the concept.
Yeah, the Grudge didn't do it for me.
Yeah, I like the concept and the idea, but I wasn't really into them. You know, again, it's the tasting, the supernatural ghost shit. It's just not for me. The Invisible Man, is that the new one?
You haven't seen that one yet?
I still haven't seen it yet.
Okay, I won't say it's like the scariest thing ever, but it has like it's a very well-made movie. I put it like that. It's a very well-made movie. It has that suspense feel to it that, you know, just tense. They nailed it with that. So yeah. So I won't really say it's scary, but I don't have a problem with it being on the list. Yeah. That the beginning of it was the scariest thing, and then Invisible Man wasn't even in it yet.
Okay. Yeah. Poltergeist.
Yes,
yeah.
That needs to be on it. Yeah.
That was dope. I loved that as a kid. I did get creeped out of it, but I loved that movie. I thought it was dope. I thought for scary wise, I thought part 2 with the old creepy preacher guy, he was actually creepy.
like he was basically half dead walking on the screen. Like,
yeah, he was like singing that song and shit. I thought he was creepy, but I love the OG. The OG's classic. Love that shit. Friday the 13th.
No, I don't think that's
OG. It's just
good movie, but not hard. It's just like kind of like a gore fest. I wouldn't say it was scary or anything.
Yeah. Halloween. OG, John Carpenter.
That's scary. Not to me. Good movie.
Yeah. Okay. Here's where I'm gonna, I'm a pussy because that movie, I saw that when I was like 6 years old. Scared the living fuck out of me. The only movie to ever give me nightmares. I could not sleep. I watched that movie. They're like, okay, time for bed, kids. And then they turned off all the light. I was like freaking out in my bed.
So you can never give me shit about Pee Wee Herman again.
Pee Wee Herman versus Halloween. Yeah, but yeah, Michael Myers scared the shit out of me. It was not like the first time I saw a movie where a guy gets shot and doesn't die. You know, he's still alive at the end. The bad guy was still alive at the end, and then the movie
because that never happened. That wasn't a trope yet. So when it happened, he was like, "Wait, what?"
Scared the shit out of me. He was still alive, and then the movie was done. And time for bed, kids. And like, oh yeah, scared the shit out of me. Yeah, Halloween is the one movie that that and the OG Night of the Living Dead that really creeped me out. Gave me the
we're coming to get you, Barbara. That need to be on there too. Yeah, that need to be on there too. Yeah. So.
And then Alien.
That was scary. Okay, that deserved to be on there. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Alien and the OG, but the chest burster scene that fucked me up when I was a kid. I saw that.
I think that fucked everybody up.
I didn't expect that, and I was like, if I had a stomach ache, I get an anxiety attack. Oh my God, is something gonna burst out of my chest?
Right.
That fucked me up. Sometimes these little kids shouldn't watch R-rated movies. And Alien is a prime example.
That's what they've been trying to tell us. When we were in the 80s, we just watched anything.
You shouldn't let these kids watch these movies. And it's movies like Alien or a reason why. So yeah, these are like I said, they say the best jump scare in horror history is from Insidious, The Conjuring, Host, Sinister, and A Quiet Place Part 2.
Bullshit.
Ranked high on the 133 beats per minute for heart.
There is one jump scare that beats all of them, and nobody would disagree with me on this.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Besides Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Carrie fuck everybody up. I don't care what you say. I'm not saying it's the scariest movie of all time, but that ending, the scariest ending of all time. That ending fucked me up.
You know what I'm surprised isn't on here?
What's that?
Fucking Jaws.
Yeah, but when you look at the whole list,
I mean,
maybe it deserves to be on the list over some other ones.
Yeah, maybe like now that I'm thinking about it, like for audience these days, they might not, respond as much, but I still think Jaws, as far as creepiness and terror.
I mean, honestly, I think
when I was a little kid and I seen little Alex Kittner, when the little kid gets eaten by the shark, that fucked me up. I was like that.
I feel like Amityville should be on there too. That first one was scary to me. Get out, all that.
Yeah.
Bees showing up and
So so scientifically, those are the best, or the scariest movies scientifically. So
science speaking, okay.
Just three, and it says only 3 movies that are over 20 years old made the list, and that's Texas Chainsaw, Halloween, and Texas Chainsaw. Oh, Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh, and Exorcist.
Yeah, me personally, Get Out should be on there. The one black dude be in a room full of white people in the middle of nowhere, scared the shit out of me. I'm just saying. So yeah. All right, moving on.
Midsummer. See, I'm not into the Hereditary and Midsummer. There's all these emo. I don't know if that's the right word, but I've been calling emo horror movies where it's most of the movie it's just about shitty people being shitty and acting shitty to each other, just being shitty.
Yeah, so you want those guys to get chopped up and whatever,
and then some horror shit happens towards the end, but it's mainly just really just long, boring dramas of just people being shitty to each other. And that's how I thought Hereditary was. That's how I thought Midsummer was. And I know those are the darlings of the new horror wave, and I'm just it's not for me, but But I love Malignant, so what do I know?
Maybe that should be on there. It'll be on there next year. So
Well, that wasn't scary. It was just hilarious though.
All right, so let's see what we got. Vidja Game section. I'm gonna just breeze through it. Base what's going on for folks that don't know. The Avengers, the game that I keep talking about, the game that everybody hates, is coming to Xbox Game Pass. So if you have Xbox Game Pass, it's gonna be free on there. But wait, there's more. Since Xbox doesn't have Spider-Man, which Spider-Man is coming, I think, next month or month after next, whatever like that, they're actually going to have cross-play compatible with PC. So as I play on PC, I can play with people on Xbox. So pretty cool. All I want to say. Cool. All right. Moving on past it, like I said, then now we move on to the next part of the podcast. It's Comic Bullies, where we talk about the comic books. We jump into it. I'm trying to see Eli. Should I go first? You go first? Guess I go first, huh?
You can go first. Yeah.
I go first. Even if we get flip-flopped to sideways, but like that, I just go first. So first book we're gonna review is Inferno. For those who don't know what Inferno is, Inferno.
You've got to roll your R's, dude. Inferno.
I can't do it. I tried. Just let it go. All right. So like I said, Inferno. For those who don't know what Inferno is, well, for one thing, Inferno is actually an old X-Men arc. Oh no, not gonna do that. It's an old X-Men arc back in the early 80s where Magic. Oh no, not Magic. Cyclops, demon baby mama came back from hell and tried to take over the world. That's what happened there. Yeah. But now this is not that, or maybe that. Maybe even the baby mama may come back. I don't know. So this is about Madeline, what's her name? Moria
McTaggart,
yeah. Moria McTaggart. Okay. So, like I said, we could just start there, and it's just standing her across all the X-Men, just defeated, by her. So let's get to the story. What are we talking about here? First thing we get to, we talk about, for right now, the big bad of, whatever, Emma Frost does something. The big bad of these X-Men stories have been going on for the last 3 years is Orcus. And Orcus.
Been that long? It's been that long, hasn't it?
House 2 years. Let's say 2 years. 2 years. Yeah. Last 2 years. Okay. Maybe 3, maybe going on 3, but let's just say 2 years right now. So the big bad that they've been having right now is Orcus. And Orcus is basically, they've already built Nimrod. They've killed the X-Men, or they've killed 16 different attacks on the X-Men. 3 of them outsourced, like the Brood, and hired Hitman, and the rest of them were X-Men. But the thing they kept noticing is that some of the X-Men they've been killing off are the same X-Men they killed off before. They're like, what the hell is going on? So they started to get the inkling that maybe the X-Men have learned how to, learn about resurrection. So maybe that's the thing, maybe it's not. So we move on past that. And yeah, then they give a flashback to Moira McTaggart, who is the X-Men's secret weapon, the reason why this whole Hox and Pox thing is all going on right now. And it's giving a recap of what happened in Powers of X when she, at one of her lives, that she learned the cure for mutants, and that's when Destiny and Mystique shows up, and they torture the shit out of, burn her alive so she can feel it, stuff like that, So that's what's going on with them. They'll go to present day, and Moira McTaggart
it also shows that, what's the chick's name? Destiny or whatever?
Yeah, Destiny. So Destiny would, in that timeline, and Destiny was one to torture. She would like, no matter what you do, anytime you go to, I will know you, and I will kill you in every timeline you're in. That's what she said.
And then she says, you can kill her I can kill you forever if I kill you as a baby before your mutant powers develop. So you'll never come back.
Right.
But then she also says, you got to do better. You got to do this shit for mutants. So I think, is she the one who planted the whole Krakoa resurrection sanctuary in her head?
Yes. Moira's the one that did it. Or she just told Charles and Magneto, and they came up with the idea. Or maybe she's playing the sleep.
But like, this is, the plan of the seed of Krakoa.
Yeah.
I think that's what that this was for.
So, yeah, because she was just gonna I'm gonna just get rid of mutants, and that's why she came and killed her,
Yeah.
So, all right. So going back to the story, like I said, she went back to Moria Island or whatever, and she still has her notes, and she goes back to her house, and the Golden Girls show up and they talk to a monkey. I'm not gonna talk about that shit.
I don't even know. I had no idea what was happening in this scene.
I could tell you, but I don't want to even bother with it.
Do I give a shit? Am I gonna give a shit?
I'll just briefly talk about it.
The thing is about this book is like, once I was, it's Hickman's. He's finally going to finish up his X-Men run. I'll check it out. And then right away, the first page, I'm like, oh yeah, this is some shit from like 2 years ago. I'm like, right. Oh yeah, Nimrod. Like, oh my God. Like, I forgot all about
Now, as far as the monkeys, I don't know where the fuck the monkeys came from.
Yeah.
But the old chicks, that's the horticulture. They've learned how to master the gates that the X-Men use. So
that's the thing. So basically, he's planting the thing that he's gonna pull out of his ass, like in issue 5 or so. Oh, there was a secret doorway the whole time.
Right, but he's already written this shit like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
with these old ass Golden Girl chicks that know how to do this shit. They've mastered how to. Basically, they know how to mimic Krakoa's technology or whatever. Anyway, The monkeys, I don't know about the monkeys. I missed that story.
Yeah, I didn't get the monkeys.
Yeah, but moving on past that. Anyway, Moira goes back to Krakoa, and Charles and Magneto are waiting for it. They were like, we want to talk. But apparently, they left her down here for like the last 2 years, and just nobody knows she's alive. Nobody knows she's here. She's just stuck here. And they won't talk to her.
Protecting her, for her.
Yeah, they said they're protecting her. Magneto's so damn lazy, he uses magnetic powers to grab a corkscrew and whatever. But the point is, Moria is just like,
clap on.
Technology, So, but the thing is, she's like, look, y'all left me down here for the long. Are you finally ready to listen to me? Okay. And basically, the one thing that they said they were not supposed to do is make sure Nimrod doesn't come, because if Nimrod comes, that's it. They're done. Nimrod exists, so they already fucked up there. They already failed that part right there. And they said Destiny, don't bring Destiny back. And Magneto's is like, well, since Nimrod is here, have you ever thought about maybe, I don't know, making friends with them? You're like, you can't make friends with Nimrod. Nimrod is going to kill everybody. He's going to kill everything once he finds you. So what you need to do, listen to me, but under no circumstances whatsoever do you bring back Destiny. Kill Destiny. Like, a matter of fact, I want you to go as far as find her DNA that you have stored on a hard drive. Burn that shit. Make sure she never comes back. Whatever you do, and then you get my help. So Moria wants to make sure that Destiny is erased, period, altogether. Like, we'll talk to the Quiet Council and see what we go from there. We have ways to get around this. Oh, and they drugged her. A bunch of other shit happens, but I'm not gonna talk about that. Bishop, and this is a big thing that people have been talking about. Bishop replaces Cyclops as the Captain Commander, because Cyclops is the X-Man now. He don't have time to do this shit, so Bishop took his place. So that's the thing. Going forward, now we're talking to the Quiet Council, and the Quiet Council, and basically Magneto, Professor X, just like, we need to, make some changes in the Quiet Council. Like, just in case if people want to step down, they can step down. If we have 2 slots open because some people die, other missions, we need to replace those slots. So we can talk about this. We cannot talk about it. It's really whatever y'all want to do. It's like, cool. And so the first person to stand up is Mystique. And Mystique is like, yeah, I got an idea. How about we do that? I got somebody I want to nominate, to be in the Quiet Council. And they're like, who? Hey, don't worry, she's on her way right now. And I just got the name. You already know who it is.
Yeah, we know who it was.
It's Mystique. And they're like, oh shit. So the 2 things that Morgan McTaggart told them. What did I say? Mystique? Yes, Mystique. Destiny. I said Mystique. Destiny. So Destiny is here. Even though they erased her DNA, they erased all her files, somehow she's here. If they explain in another book, I don't know. Maybe they explain in another book right now. Look, Magneto's pissed right now. So the 2 things that Morgan McTaggart told them not to do, make sure Nimrod doesn't get active, and make sure Destiny doesn't come back. They already fucked both of those up. So, yeah. And the end. So, yeah. So this book was a lot of setup. This is setting up Hickman's run. Yeah. Even though that's all Hickman has been doing is just setting up. We get more setup. Like, come on, Hickman. Come on, man. Not make the dominoes fall down. You set up enough. Do something. But I think this run, this is a 4-issue series. I think Hickman is going to go somewhere with it. Because after this, Hickman's done. He's out.
Yeah. So I think finally in issue 4, shit's going to finally hit the fan.
Right.
It's all been worth it these past 2 years.
And that one thing we didn't pay attention to 2 years ago is the most important thing that ever happened before going forward. But
those monkeys in the secret door was there.
It's all connected. But here's the thing. Hickman really can't change too much because he set all this in place. He set Krakoa, all this stuff like that. But the writers that he had, his writing room that he had to take over, they don't want to change anything. They want to keep shit the same way. So Hickman can't come in here, fuck shit up, and leave.
Destroy Krakoa and shit.
Yeah, he can't do it because it's already in place. They're like, no, we like the way it is. We got to keep it the way it is. So he can't really do too much. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. No, I read this and I was like, oh yeah, I remember Hickman's gonna finish this up. And then I started reading and I'm like, oh shit, 50 pages. And I already bought it. It's fucking $6. I better finish it. Damn it.
So I know y'all expecting like some big Secret War ending or Fantastic Four ending where Franklin Richards, makes Galactus hero. I think we're gonna get that. I think it's gonna be just some quick shit so Hickman can ease his way out of there, and that's it. That's what I think is gonna happen. I'm not expecting too much from this run.
Yeah, other than the action scene where like Wolverine or that whole crew dies and shit at the beginning.
That was cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was another timeline. That was her third life?
No. That happened here.
No, that was her third life, wasn't it?
No, that happened here. That was one of the 16 times that the X-Men have invaded. They were just showing one of the times they came in there.
So Wolverine's dead in this timeline too?
Yeah, but they bring him back.
They bring him back. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter.
I forgot. Yeah, sorry.
So, but the thing is, they get on head like, why does Wolverine keep coming back? We keep killing him. Something's not right about this. So that's how they figure out that the X-Men have
that makes
resurrection.
Sense,
So okay, yeah. But moving on past that. All right. So, what you got?
Well, I didn't read any. That was the only Marvel book I read. Let's see. What should I read? Batman Reptilian.
Cool. Okay. More Garth Ennis.
Yeah, Garth Ennis with Liam Sharp. Black label book, so this doesn't mean anything. But it's basically about some creatures going around killing all of Batman's villains. And it's some weird monster that has reptile DNA. And he basically finds Killer Croc, who everyone thinks it's Killer Croc, but it's not Killer Croc. Killer Croc is all fucked up too. And he's like, what the fuck's going on? And it turns out, you know what? This thing that's killing all these motherfuckers has your DNA, but you're fucked up too. And then it turns out that his wounds are birth wounds. So Killer Croc gave birth to this thing. Yeah.
So is Killer Croc a man or a woman? Or
he actually asked that, which I think kind of might. I've seen some chatter about this book, and because I don't give a shit and I didn't investigate any further. They're saying that this book is borderline offensive.
Oh,
I don't know why. And I know,
why
but
is
I'm
everybody
wondering,
offended over everything?
so I think this is maybe, this is maybe transphobic in a way. I don't know. I'm not sure, and I don't know. But basically, yes, Batman sort of asks him that maybe you're a female, which of course pisses off Killer Croc. No, I'm not. But then Batman argues, well, you're not human. You have amphibian DNA, which I guess certain frogs. Remember, is it Jurassic Park?
Jurassic Park, yeah,
Yeah,
where
certain
everybody
frogs.
was female.
Yeah,
but they reproduce anyway. Yeah, life
yeah,
will find a way
because certain amphibians can do that, I guess. So, anyways, this thing has been going around. He basically gave birth to this thing. It was hungry, so it went out, and because Killer Croc was part of the Rogues Gallery, the closest thing that was to food was them. So that's why it fed on a bunch of the villains, because it was hungry and it was just needed to feed. And then it went searching for its mom. Because Killer Croc took off, it was searching for its mom. So that's what it's been doing, searching for its mom. So at the end of this book, and it says, well, that's what this thing's been doing. It's been searching for its mother, and it's back. And so I should have grabbed the screenshot, but basically Killer Croc is face to face with his baby. And that's
that's an
to be
ugly ass
continued.
baby.
It's like, yours, mom. It wants some love. It wants some loving. Batman's like, don't look at me. Yours, mom.
Oh man, I hope this isn't Alien Resurrection all over again.
So yeah, I guess there's one more issue. I thought this was going to be the last one, but it says it's to be continued. So I don't know.
That's a twist. That is a twist.
I've been digging on it. It's got this, really horror feel, kind of campy, and Garth Ennis, this sarcastic, cynical, Garth Ennis Batman version of Batman and shit. So I've been digging it, and it's Black Label, so it doesn't really matter. So.
I mean, one thing you gotta say, nobody predicted that. So.
No.
Oh man. All right. So what do I got next? Okay, the next book I got is we got Superman, Son of Kal-El, number 3.
I read this.
Okay. You might have helped me because I think I forgot everything that happened in this book.
But so did I. I read it the other day.
I think it was good when I read it, but I just can't remember anything. I don't know. But anyway,
I remember liking it. I just
I thought it was good. But yeah. All right, so let's go for it. Let's see what happens.
Superman's leaving, right? That's what it's about, right?
Yeah, all the DC, the Justice League books, the Superman books, all action comic books, all predicting that Superman's about to leave. So basically what happens is that Superman and Jonathan, they're trying to stop this city block from getting destroyed. And they finally get to see what's going on, and that's when Superman's just like, there's something specific. Somebody from the Justice League told us there's something specific causing this earthquake, and it's like, it's there. And it's this chick there called Fault Line. She's just sitting there. She don't know what's going on. Superman tries to grab her, and Superman falls down immediately. I guess he gets knocked out or punched. I don't know what the hell happens. But apparently she's like as heavy as a fraction of a neutron star. She controls her gravity, and every time she takes a step, she breaks the world. She's like a world breaker, basically, Mm-hmm. So they basically takes all their might. Superman and John basically pick her up and pick off the ground, because they put her on the ground, she's gonna destroy shit. So they take her to Star Lab, where she's weightless. She can't affect anything. So cool. That's it. So while they're doing that, that's when Jonathan gets a call from what's the guy? I can't remember. The Truth. Whatever his guy's name is.
Oh, the something, I forget his name.
The podcaster. Yeah. The podcaster.
So the content creator, the influencer.
I forgot, we're in 2021. Yeah, the social media influencer. So he's there. Basically, the refugees that Jonathan caught, rescued last year. Basically, the country of Gomorrah wants them back, and the basic U.S. government made a deal that we're going to ship them back. So we're going to arrest them all, take them back over there, and that's it. And basically, that's when Jonathan says that, no, you can't arrest them. And he's like, well, these people are gathered illegally. We say, well, I'm with them. So they're like, well, do you know what you mean? Because if you're with them, that means we got to arrest you. We're like, okay, arrest me. Take me in. So they arrest, John, and take him in. And basically, while they interview him, he basically said stuff that's going on. Like, yeah, my dad was a refugee, and all he wanted was the same thing these people wanted. His grandparents sent him over here, and they wanted a better life for me, just like they did. And if this Gomorrah, country was so great, why are they risking their life to get away from them? Obviously, it's not as good as they wanted. So since public opinion got out of there, that just pisses off the Gomorran president even more. I forgot his name, Bendix or whatever his name is. So John's just sitting in prison, but he get picked up, and his dad breaks him, bails him out of jail. And he said all charges are dropped because that speech he made on the news got public opinion behind him. So the refugees are going to go to it. Everybody's left and everybody's good. Meanwhile, while that's going on, they have dinner tonight at the Kent farm. So they invited this social media influence podcast, whatever. They invite him over there too. And they go to the Kent farm. Oh, and another thing, everybody's saying this is even more reason why people are saying that Superboy is not gay. Because they really thinking that the dude is his boyfriend and he's going to meet his parents. It's not a thing. People keep saying that, but yeah, like I said. Anyway,
say that? Was that about him? Or were they saying that
about him?
About a Robin?
No, yes, about a Robin, but saying it's about him also.
This is everybody's
the Robin. He's not, but they're saying he is. Those sites, those YouTubers, those social media influencers saying it. Yeah. And the Kents are alive. How? I don't know. Crisis, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, they're there. They're all meeting, and he meets Lois Lane, and he freaks the fuck out. He's like, Lois Lane? Oh, wow. I get to post on my wall. I'm a biggest fan. And John's freaking out. He's like, wait a minute. Most people usually freak out when they meet my dad. Not when they meet my mom. He like, Lois Lane, like, she's like the Michael Jordan of reporting. That's basically what I do. She took down Lex Luthor, took down Intergang, or stuff like that. She's like my idol, So they meet again. So they go back in the household, and then they get bad news. And that's when John already knows what it is. He already knows that, yeah, Superman is about to leave. And he already went to the future. He met the Legion of Superheroes. He already knows the exact time when Superman leaves. And when he leaves, he doesn't come back. And he knows this is the timeline when it's it. So he's just like, look, you're going to have to watch everything for me. He's like, we need a Superman. The Earth needs a Superman. Like they have Superman. I'm the man of tomorrow. You're the man for the days after tomorrow. And they hug, and that's it, But while that's going on, that's when the Gomorran president is pissed off. Oh, yeah, and they go inside, so like that. The Gomorran president gets picked off, and he's just like, okay, Superman's gone. He's out of space. Cool. All right, drop fault line on him. So they fly a plane, drop fault line out of a plane, but he can control her density remotely. So he just drops her right on top of Kent Farm. Kent Farm explode. Gets the Kents are dead again. Shit. Yeah, I know they get pissed off about this shit, but yeah, to be continued. So I don't know. I guess everybody's dead. I don't know. Does this when Lois get taken out?
How the fuck did they get fault line?
She's a Gomorran citizen, just like the last person.
But she was in Star Labs.
Yeah, but I guess he can pull strings and get her out. I guess. I don't know.
I need a whole issue just on that, or this doesn't make any fucking sense.
We really don't.
Come on, Cannon. Come on, Cannon.
We don't need a comic on when Superboy walks his dog and shit. We don't need all that. But yeah. All right. So what you got next?
I don't know. What do I got? Oh, Superman 78.
Cool. We are on Superman. We're on Superman train.
It's a super pod night.
I guess.
So Superman 78. This is basically the Donner Superman verse. Throwback to those old Donner movies. And this was Brainiac has invaded Earth. They found out that Superman is on there, that there's a Kryptonian, and then he launches a bunch of Brainiac bots down. This has Lex Luthor. We have got Gene Hackman back as Lex Luthor, and he's talking all this shit. I'm the greatest criminal mind of our time, blah, 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 and he's trying to get a job at the Daily Bugle or Daily Planet. I did that again, didn't I?
You got me confused. I'm like, which one is which? I was going to correct you, but I think you said it right, so I'm going to say anything. No, it's the Daily Bugle.
Yeah, he's trying to get a job, and they're like, well, do you know what I cooked? I want to give him a job in the cafeteria. But then Superman comes up to Lex Luthor, and he's like, yo, I got this skull. It's called Brainiac, and I don't know what the fuck it is. I need you to help me figure this thing out. And then meanwhile, Brainiac basically lands on Earth and with a bunch of bots, and they start fighting. And then Superman does his super blanket shit. What's that? I don't even know what that's called. Remember where he takes off his chest and does the super blanket?
Shit. That's not even from the Donnaverse. That's from. Oh, they fucking up already, man. They fucking up already.
So he does the super blanket and he takes out a bunch of bots. And then basically Brainiac says, hey, you Kryptonian, if you don't come with me, I'm going to destroy this. I got a fucking ship above the city, the big ass bomb. It's going to blow this whole fucking place up. If you don't come, you'll survive because you're you, but nobody else is. So you got a choice. You can join me or I'm going to blow up the city. So Superman's
going to shrink it? I mean, that shrinking is his thing.
So Superman's okay. I surrender. So to be continued. Or maybe that's what he was going to do. Maybe did I read that wrong? Yeah, that makes sense if he's going to shrink it. I already said something. He's threatening the city.
Either way, Metropolis is fucked. Okay, yeah.
Do this shit, or I'm going to, join me or else, basically. So pretty cool. It's fun. 4 out of 5. Cool. I'm thinking it. So.
All right. So yeah, next book I got is a milestone book. Like I said, I get it for free, so I'm going to review them.
I did read this.
Oh, you did? Oh, cool.
Icon and Rocket?
Yeah, Icon and Rocket.
I did read this, yes.
Yeah, season 1, issue 3. So yeah, Icon and Rocket are back. And like I said, Eli, this one is starting to, get full steam, going on. So so basically what's going on with this book, we're just gonna go past this. Basically what happened, they were at a poppy field in Afghanistan, and they basically go ahead and they destroy the field. Now, how they destroyed it is pretty cool, because I'm gonna just go how Icon did it. Icon did it pretty cool. A rocket just blows some shit. Icon says that's cool, but watch this. So he makes a tornado, blows his wind and make a tornado to blow up the poppy field, and then he visions the tornado, and this has a fire tornado going around destroying the poppy field.
The fire-nado. Remember that from last year?
Was that a thing last year?
Yeah, remember it was on the news?
Oh yeah, they did happen. I remember that.
The fire-nado.
It's
2020, all this fucked up shit kept happening.
Right, like let's make a comic. They're like, no, that's cheating. You can't do that. So yeah, so that happened. So basically, what they're doing is making a ripple effect all over the world. They've been going from poppy field to poppy field, destroying all of them, like going to Colombia, South America, taking out all this shit. So, like I said, the mob, since all this shit get destroyed in Afghanistan and South America, they're feeling the effect. Their numbers are down, from last year. Tokyo is down because their opium numbers ain't what they used to be, and the White House is complaining about it because the thing is, America depends on the drug economy, the drug trade for economy. There's like $1 billion in that.
Yeah.
So if the drug trade isn't there, America suffers. So America actually functions on drugs getting sold. And not only that, because
the whole world does internationally.
The whole world, because it's a big business.
Yeah.
So like I said, when you got money coming in from Florida, from Miami, the big banks get to wash all that money. They make profit off that. You got all these big drug dealers that spending shit they can't afford, like houses, cars, all stuff like that. They're spending money on it, but if they can't do it, they're not spending money on it. So we're hurting, even though we say we want drugs done, we really don't. We want to keep the war on drugs going.
There's a documentary I saw where the guy said, if America stopped buying drugs tomorrow, it would cause an international banking crisis.
Yeah, and that's basically what they're saying right here. That's what happened. Yeah. So, but then one lady in the White House says, "What are y'all talking about? Y'all upset because we're winning the war on drugs? Yeah, okay. So we're having a international setback. Yes, we are losing money. But think about the good side of it. Think about the upside of what we can have. And maybe the problem we're having isn't as big as you make it out to be. They're like, get her out of here." So I like this best. So like, look, Icon is behind all this stuff. Icon is going after the drugs, and he's doing it. We don't know why he's doing it. But the president doesn't even know who he is. Like, Icon, you tell me there's an alien bulletproof black man flying around fucking up all our shit, and we don't have a way to stop him? Like, oh no, we got a way to stop him. We got to get our guy on it right now. So that's what's going on. So let me just skip past that. Yeah. So this is fucked up here. Yeah, because they're basically saying about that guy, the guy that they got, that secret weapon that can go around. They say he's been killing aliens for centuries. in America. Anytime an alien shows up, he takes him out. Matter of fact, there's this one story back in 1939 in Kansas where this baby landed with these, these Kansas rednecks like that. And they took him. So we sent our guy after him. He went after, found the baby, killed the baby. And you never heard from the baby again. So that's why Superman doesn't exist in Milestone Comics, because they killed him as a baby. I'm like, wow, that's messed up. That's messed up. So yeah. Well, here's the thing. Okay, so since they destroyed all the drugs in the poppy fields, stuff like that, so no drugs on the outside. So all it's gonna do is just make all the meth heads step up, because you can just make homegrown stuff in America. The crack, all stuff like that. But yeah, that's when Icon blows that shit up. They try to shoot him and stuff. And yeah, they blow up, they basically go around just blowing up meth houses and stuff like that, and all that stuff like that. So there's a book in. I remember.
Well, what's her face's mom gets attacked.
Yeah, that's what happened. Because like I said, because they go back to basically Rocket's mom. And she like, do you have a warrant? They knock on the door again, and it's that crazy alien that killed Superman, and he's at the door. So that's that big ass Amazon lawyer that was in the last issue runs up the wall or some shit. Let me get to that part. I like that part. Yeah, because she knows her mom's in trouble. So the Amazon runs. Well, she didn't run the wall. She just jumps. And she got some kind of big ass sword or some shit like that. And it was a full clip into that dude. And he turns out that he's like, it's just a skin job. He's really like some kind of like alien bugs or shit. So then the alien lawyer Amazon shows up, takes a swipe at him. She gets taken out quick, so she's just a jobber, ain't shit. And he puts his hand around Raquel's mom's throat, and it's in the book. So what happens? Who knows? I don't think they're gonna kill Raquel's mom. But
next, Black Steel in the Hour of Chaos. It's a Public Enemy song.
Oh, I was like, I figured like it was something. I was like, that's too specific to be something. Yeah. So yeah. So that thing, the Icon books, Eli, they're picking up for me. They're picking up because they're doing something different the old books didn't do.
Like, I dug it. I just thought this one was a little wordy. Like it was a big exposition dump. Like the first two issues were really fast paced. This is the one where they took the break and explained a bunch of shit.
You kind of have to, though, because the problem they're dealing with is a big problem. It's a problem you can't punch your way out of. So you kind of got to over-explain it. I mean, you can tell Richard Hudlin got a lot to say about this issue. So that's why I didn't mind the wordiness of it. But yeah. But what you got?
Oh, what do I have? Am I doing Berserker? What did I say I was going to do?
Yeah, you didn't even mention Berserker. You said
I did read Berserker number 5. Oh, crossover.
Yeah.
Crossover. Oh, crossover.
Eli, the only person that don't and then just circle jerk to this book, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, this is the the comic book fans' wet dream going on right now. A comic book, basically the Lego movie version of comics.
Basically.
Just making all these references and Easter eggs to all the shit that we've read over the years and just threw it all into a big giant pot of gumbo, and comic book fans are loving the shit out of this. And it's making reference to this and poking fun at that and just basically like legitimizing comic book fans and their limitless knowledge of bullshit.
So they can just point, hey, I know that. Hey, I know that.
Yeah.
We're so easy to please. Like we're so easy to figure out.
Ooh, it's Savage Dragon. Ooh, it's those dudes from Powers. Ooh, oh my God. They name drop Chip Zdarsky's name. He's like a character in this book. Oh,
and he's spooning himself. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh my God, this is awesome. It's so smart. And deep. It's so deep and smart.
It means stuff.
Yes.
So Chip Zdarsky meaning spooning himself means something. I guess. Okay, yeah. Right.
There's so much layers and deeper themes going on besides, fucking Legos playing with each other. No, but for real, it's not bad. It's cool. It's just I'm not like all over it like everybody else is. It kind of reminds me of Daz Effects. You know who Daz Effects is?
Yeah, they're on effects.
Yeah.
Daz Effects. Yeah.
Diggity dung, Daz Effects, flipping and flung, and microphone check, microphone check. They had that clever, weird sort of, right way of rhyming.
Yeah, boom, speedy, boom, speedy, boom. Yeah.
Yeah, they say a lot of like nonsense, jibber jabber rap. Fun to listen to. And it's fun, and it's like, wow, how he raps and flips his tongue and raps all fast. But then you actually listen to the words.
They weren't saying anything.
Then you listen to the words, and they're just saying a bunch of nonsense.
Right.
That's what kind of this feels like. It's like, oh, this all this cool shit. It's so cool, but it's just just a comic.
Full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Yeah. So
only this podcast where you get a reference from Daz Effects, and Shakespeare, all in the same sense.
In the same sense.
Right.
So yeah, 3 out of 5 crossover. I'm still on it. I'm still reading it. So it's not like
you got to see how it ends. So yeah, you got to.
Yeah, I've spent all this money on it so far. I've committed this far, so yeah.
Yeah, you're going this far. You might as well.
And it's been a while. It's like, when was the last issue? It's been like a couple months at least.
Yeah, I forgot this was a thing.
Now that I think about it, I was like, oh yeah, crossover's still out. I'll check it out. Oh yeah, I'm reading that. But yeah, it's just not. I'm not like sucking this thing's dick.
Like everybody else is.
Yeah, everyone's just like all over, just balls deep on chin and shit.
I was on This Geeks and Comics. I shitted on the book. How dare you talk about Chips and Darcy spooning himself? This is genius. Yeah. Like, whatever.
Yeah, I'm not sucking. I might be, stroking a little bit.
All right. So last book we're gonna do. We both did it. We both read this book. We might have different opinions on it, but we're gonna review it anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Because I just saw the cover, I thought that looks cool. So assassin type shit going on. So let's see what it is. So the book we're reviewing is Gun Honey #1. This is by Titan Comics, Eli, I think. So
I thought it said Hard Case Crime or something.
Or it's Hard Case Crime.
Oh yeah, it is Titans. Is it the label? I don't know.
I don't know where this book came from. I just saw
Titans, it. It says Titan Comics, yeah.
Yeah, I saw the cover like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, it looks cool. You like some, Atomic Blonde type shit. So yeah, let's review.
Stephen King endorsing it and shit. No.
Yeah, he's a greatest book ever. I'm like, well, okay, yeah. So all right, so what is the book about? What is Gun Honey about? Okay, this is not a superhero book. This is more of a crime noir book. Basically goes on. So like La Femme Nikita. If you've seen La Femme Nikita, you know what this is. So yeah, so they go to Greece, and of course it's probably some gun runner, drug. He's fat and he's on a yacht, so he's evil. We know that much. And he's looking at the edge of Greece. He's like, yeah, I know what I want. I want that. I ain't gonna lie, Eli.
He's looking at a beach through binoculars shopping.
Yeah, not gonna lie, Eli. Just the money shot. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna read this book. You read it for the plot. All right. So anyway, he sends his goons to go get him. Like, we need you to come to the boat. Like, to do what? To just do
party.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
So party.
Just party. So they take her. They take another guy. Oh, they take another guy on the boat also. And like I said, she gets undressed. That's why I want to know if I even want to review this book, because YouTube has already been on my ass to begin with, So like, it's gonna get me banned. But anyway.
Oh, see, this is why. See. So that's what you said. It's gonna get us banned. I'm thinking, oh damn, what's this book about? I think it's gonna be some ill ass or some like total like smutty fucking thing. And it wasn't.
Yeah, but they trip on that. That's what I'm saying. They give us a hard time on that. No, just some ass and tits. That's all. But anyway, back to what we were talking about. Anyway, what we were doing, she to go back to it. To the plot wise, she is actually, if anybody was actually paying attention to the plot, she's actually the metal stuff that was on her bikini. She's unhooking it, and she made a gun. Now she stashes the gun in the bathroom, and pretend like she's flushed. And somebody knocks on the door. Dude comes in. Oh, I gotta take a shit, or whatever, So she goes back, bathing with another chick or whatever like that. What's the guy's name? Yeah, Janka Kuros, whatever like that. Yeah. So and then they hear gunshots. Like, oh, let me go past it. I see a nipple. Anyway, basically everybody on the boat gets shot except her.
Saw a nipple. Where was the nipple?
I'm not gonna go back to it. Just saying that I probably can't. Just go back and rewind, just like on Basic Instinct, you know. Anyway, so she jumps off the boat while a dude on the boat is just shooting up everybody, shit like that. So basically, what she is, she's like a gun mule. That's what she is. But we'll talk about that in a second. Anyway, that she gets the police or government or whatever like that finds out who she is, and they arrest her. They take her to the room, and basically she goes there and she meets some other chicks. Yeah, and basically they tell who she is. Who is Gun Honey? What Gun Honey is that she gets people guns in place we need to get them. So if she get on the boat, they're not going to frisk her. But if the dude came on the boat, of course they're going to frisk him up and down because they're not going to stop her from getting on the boat. So she does basically she can get guns to people wherever they need to be gotten into. And what she did is she got guns to this guy in Max State Prison. He got loose, killed a bunch of people. So you need to go get him because you're the best at what you do, and what you do is not nice. Whatever. She also got some crazy backstory where her dad was some kind of gangster mob, so like that, to taught her all the gangster mob shit and how to use guns and shit like that and all stuff like that. So yeah. So yeah, going on past that, she breaks into a prison. She's got her Femme Nikita outfit on. Yeah, that she's all in the Femme Nikita out, guns all over the place like that. She goes in and she's got this is like a cool. Yeah, got like a trailer for this on the website also. So cool little car she got. She goes in there, so she doesn't just give people guns. She knows how to use guns.
She's also listening to fucking some Lil Kim in there, right? That scene, or some Foxy Brown or something.
Yeah, Megan Thee Stallion, some shit, something like that. So yeah, so she sneaks in and she does. Basically what she's doing. She like stashing guns all over the place. So when she gets out, she got guns which she need to get to. But then something else happens and she tries to get back there. Her gun is gone. And the dude that the government sent her to go get got her gun, and she's like, "Hello, Joanne," and the end. So, yeah, that's the book. Yeah, you like, yeah. Now I think about this book and all that. Now think about it. I was all excited about it, but you kind of killed my spirit on it. I actually reviewing it.
You and Gomer were talking about it like it was like the illest shit, and I'm like, oh, okay, let me check it out, and I'm like, it's all right. Like I was expecting, I mean, I grew up reading Heavy Metal magazine, man. I was Ren X the Rocks and Ramba and fucking Druna and shit. This was like,
yeah, it wasn't all that. Yeah, but I'm still thinking that they're gonna give us some kind of, I don't know, Atomic Blonde type female James Bond type shit later on. With just guns and shit. I'm thinking we're still gonna get that.
Yeah, and I'm like, I mean, I was reading Redemption and was that Bad Mother over on Upshot or whatever, AWA or whatever. Or like I read, Hack Slash, another hot chick who kicks ass, and this all seems to be that's all it was, So I wasn't too impressed. But I think it was overhyped.
Tough crowd.
Yeah. I mean, she's hot, nice to look at, but
yeah, I'm still thinking they're gonna give us some action later on. Gun. She's gonna be on the highway. 2 guns out the window, blasting. I'm thinking that's coming. That's coming.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'd rather read that Frank Show shit. What's that thing he's got going? Fight Girls or whatever. At least that's got dinosaurs. Yeah, that's got dinosaurs in it. Yeah, that's got dinosaurs.
And dinosaurs, like winning combo.
Yeah, there's no dinosaurs in this one.
Oh man! All right, well, I guess that's it. So yeah, if you're listening this long, if you like, share, subscribe. Like I said, we got this Geeks and Comics. Big Willie just chimed in. He got creators outlet and OK Boomer, where they review a whole bunch of old books. I think that's it. I think that's all the podcasts on the network. If there's any other ones, I don't know of them. Everybody kind of just checked out, but
yeah,
and us,
yeah, that's about it.
So yeah, next week, like I said, next week drops is going to be No Time to Die, Daniel Craig's last James Bond movie. I'm going to see that. I'm going to review that. So I'm going to be excited for that. I'm going to go in deep in that. I'm going to have notes.
So it's going to be an all Leroy jam.
Yeah, basically. Don't worry. I mean, yeah, you next week's gonna be yours anyway, or maybe the next week after that, Dune coming.
Oh, that's right, Dune.
So yeah, so you'll get your time. You will get your due. The bill always comes due. So yeah. All right, but until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
We'll talk to you guys next week. Same bullet time, same bullet channel.